Welcome again to Newcastle Narrated. Today we're looking at the Dutch house and the many changes that have been made to it over its long history. While still treasured for its connection to Newcastle's deep past and being one of the oldest houses in Delaware, the Dutch house has undergone many changes over its more than 300 years of existence. The original construction, estimated to be between 1690 and 1710, looked quite different. Originally, the facade was entirely wooden, with a large open hearth chimney along the northern wall. The main floor of the 1.5-story structure was not divided into two sections, and the ceiling beams were fully exposed. Nonetheless, the current house is built around this original wooden structure. In the cellar, original beams can still be seen with bark on them, and the stairs to the second floor were on the north side, not in the center. It is important to note that no cellar or attic existed at this time. During a circa 1720 renovation, a lean-to, now the kitchen, was added and a large hall was divided into two rooms, with a work hall comprising 2/3 of the floor plan on the north side. Perhaps at the same time, or by the mid-18th century, the house was raised off of the ground and a cellar was excavated. The house was also wrapped on 3 sides with a brick covering, hiding much of its wooden structure beneath. Between 1795 and 1810, the house was under shared ownership of Mary Silsby Thompson's 2 children, Mary and John. This meant that the house was evenly partitioned into 2, though both halves were rented by the same man named Henry Rowan in 1810. After an 1823 remodeling, many federal characteristics were incorporated, just like many other federal-style houses along the 3rd Street. Fireplaces, woodwork, and a floor plan characteristic of this style were integrated, giving the house its current appearance. A full second floor was added at this time. The Dutch house saw use as a rental property, with stints as a storehouse for Emmanuel Episcopal Church and as the home of Miss Rachel Carter, an African-American woman who operated a take-out lunch shop in the Dutch house and, rumor has it, also an occasional speakeasy. Further restorations occurred when the house was acquired by the Delaware Society for the Preservation of Antiquities in 1937, shortly thereafter opening as a museum. Minutes from the organization show Mrs. Louise DuPont Crowninshield gathering period-appropriate furniture for the Dutch house, which is how many of the current furnishings came to their structure. It was deeded to the Newcastle Historical Society in 1948 and operates as a museum to this day, continuing to inspire and educate as a well-preserved relic to the past, albeit one that has evolved over the years, like many other houses. That's all for this episode of Newcastle Narrated. Stay tuned for future episodes.